Hi guys, welcome to Learn Electronics Repair with some more car booty. And this one isn't beige, this is silver. Strange looking thing there, yeah. Somebody obviously found this stylish. Has a black drive in but a beige floppy. I don't know what's in this machine. It has USBs on the front. There's a possibility this thing isn't even a retro machine at all. If we go by my definition, if it has AGP, it's retro. It's not being opened. I don't know what's inside it. We have the 4 USBs, so Pentium 4. We have a lot of Pentium 4s at the moment. Possibly an AMD machine. As I say, possibly not even a retro machine, this one. We have a sound card. Well, a sound card with a game port on. And we have onboard video. Okay, so that's what we actually have. Do we have anything in here that is worth the 20 euros I'm paying for these machines these days? Inflation gets everywhere, yeah. Apart from diesel and petrol, that's coming back, getting down towards where it used to be now. So in the town, San Fernando, this is near to the beach resort, Playa del Inglés, we now get a litre of diesel for €1.11 and €1.14 for petrol. Not sure how much it is in England, but I think it's a bit more than that. Considering the exchange rate as well, I mean €1.11 is about, I don't know, 95 pence or something, I guess. Long time since I was in the UK now, actually. Oh no, last year I went over. Yeah, I had to go over. But other than that, quite a while. Okay, so what's in the box? We've witted and talked about inflation, yeah. What's in the box? It's an AGP machine. It's a Pentium 4. So we can put this down as being a retro machine. Is that an Asus motherboard, that colour? Yeah, Asus, we can see. Another P4800MX. I've got like loads of these now. I have to stop buying these machines with this motherboard. I've got so many of them. Well, let's take this apart and let's see what we have in here. Okay, so yet another P4S800-MX. I must have about half a dozen of these, I would think. Something like that. Seems to be one of the most common boards that I actually find. There must be a lot of these around. Backing plate, hard drive in this one, 120 gig. Clearly a P4. And a sound card. So this has onboard sound, but somebody fitted this one. It has gold brackets on, so it must be good. Yeah, if the gold brackets, it must be good. Must be better than the onboard, at least somebody thought so. It's not a creative one though. It's not a Creative Labs. It's Trust. I thought it was a fairly generic brand. SC3250. Oh, they probably wanted the surround sound. That's why they fitted this. Okay. We can have a look. I don't think it's of any great value. It just looks nice. The capacitors all look good on this one. Especially these ones on the VRM. That's where they normally fail. All the capacitors look nice. So this could just be a check for shorts, and if there's no shorts, yeah. Check for shorts, and if there's no shorts. That one, yeah. So that's ground. It's fine. So we don't have any shorts there, okay. Right, let's plug it in. Right, it's ready to go then. Power supply on. Power up. The green LED is on. Oh, interesting. So it runs but nothing happens on the... Oh, and it bleeps but nothing happens on the analyzer card. Interesting. Well, on that one, again, it bleeps, but it doesn't show any codes. Go here again. Yeah, it doesn't even light up in that one. But it does bleep. So it sounds like it's booting. And it won't start in that slot. Okay. Now it doesn't want to start at all. Interesting. Very, very strange, don't you think? So this one, it lights up. Oh, it did. Don't tell me the wires fell off the switch or something stupid again, yeah. Well, it looks okay. Let's see. So, power on. The standby LED is lit up. It is on. I can see it. Yeah, it was the switch. Oh, and it works now. Look at that. Yeah, so probably the power switch. Get back into that one. Standby LED. You can't see it, but it is on. Yeah, it doesn't display anything in that slot. Well, it's the first time I've seen that. But I'm sure it's actually booting up. I can hear the bleep. So, that's interesting. VGA. Try the switch again. Yeah, switch worked that time. Yeah, we can get a picture out of this. I think. Yeah, there we go. We're into the BIOS. Okay. That's quite interesting, guys. That doesn't work in that slot. I have seen this not work in some slots and work in others, but I've never noticed it not to light up. It normally at least lights up. Let's see if this will boot from the hard drive, okay? And while we're at it, let's put this sound card into that first PCI slot and see if it sees the sound card. I'm interested to see if the slot's actually working. Okay, we'll see. Power on. Start. It bleeped. Asus. Yeah, there's the BIOS. I'll just leave that CPU as it is. It may well be auto detecting, I'm not sure. We can check afterwards to see what it really is. It sees the hard drive. We'll put the setup defaults in and we will save. Okay. F1. So we have XP. Hopefully there's no password and we can just get into the settings with a bit of luck. Yeah, probably there isn't a way into it. Probably does have a password. Installer, monitor, user. Just sod's law that. Well, looks like I can get into user, but I bet I can't get into the control panel from here. Set, okay. Yeah, you can't install hardware, it's saying. So I can't get into here, unfortunately. You see, it won't let me in a moment. Classic view. System. Hardware. And this is where it won't let me in, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, and then it does. Interesting. It's seeing something with the sound, but I don't honestly know if that is the PCI slot or if that is the onboard sound. Okay. Let's just try to figure out if that slot's working a different way. So one way I can think of doing that quickly without installing another XP or something, stick a PCI graphics card in and see if we get an image out of it. Not sure it will anyway, but we can try. If it does, we know the slot works, that's for sure. Okay, so power on. What's it do? Well, I don't have a blue light on the monitor, so that quick test isn't really going to tell me. Okay. Is there something in the BIOS that will tell me if there's something in the PCI slot? I've never really looked at this, to be honest, guys. Never really looked. Oh, what it will let me do is choose a PCI VGA card as the primary display. Yeah. It may, rather than the onboard VGA. Okay. Let's try it for fun. Let's just go again. Start if we get into the BIOS. So I'm connected back to the onboard VGA at the moment. Okay. Well, actually it says primary VGA is a PCI VGA card. Okay, that's what it set anyway in actual fact. We can try the PCI graphics card in the slot that we know works on the analyzer. How about that? Yeah. Try that. If it doesn't work in this one again, let's try that. I'll try this one because I know this one works. I'm not 100% sure of that other one actually. Okay, let's see. Well, that's with the card in the PCI slot I know that works. So clearly the BIOS is not picking that up. I'll just stick it into the onboard. Yeah, and we've got a picture. Okay, so that way isn't going to tell us either. I think the problem with this is actually the slot. So the analyzer card now works in the end slot, the middle one, but it still doesn't work in the one by the AGP. And if we look inside the AGP slot and in the PCI slot, we can see corrosion in there. So I'm sure actually that is what the problem is. I have another analyzer card and that does the same. It only gives 00 code in that slot. But it looks like we have a problem with this motherboard with the AGP as well. We can try cleaning this, of course. No harm in trying this. This is my other analyzer. I'll show you actually in a minute. So this is both ISO and PCI. We'll repeatedly insert and remove it. Okay. Looks a bit better actually now, that one. Let's do this AGP while we're at it. Again, we can repeatedly insert and remove a card. How's that look now? Well, it actually looks quite a bit better in both slots, to be honest. Still a bit of corrosion, slightly, I think. Right. Put this analyzer in. Okay. Power on. Yeah, that's working now, yeah. That's working. You can see this one actually gives different codes to the other one. We have a picture. So that was the problem with the slot, it's just that it was dirty. I can put the other one back into there now, you'll see. I'm not sure why they give different codes. It's obviously something to do with the firmware on this one. I mean, you know, this is what I basically use all the time. Okay. See if the AGP slot's working. Again, it'll depend on the BIOS settings if it's set to use it. Right. No, it's either not working or it's not set to use it. Let's see if I can get into the BIOS. Yep, not getting a picture through that card. Actually, I'm not getting a picture through the onboard one now either. Maybe I had it just set wrong. Let's go back to this one. Yeah, so it's obviously it must be seeing the graphics card because it's disabling the onboard video by the looks of it. It just won't give a picture from it. I have another one I can try. Another good one. See what happens. Ah, that's going to give a picture. Right, so I have a picture now on the AGP slot. I'm not actually sure the other one is a good one, to be honest. It's what I took from a machine I was looking at probably last week, actually. Yeah, so we have the AGP slot working, we have all the PCI slots working, so we can say this motherboard is working. After all that effort, is it worth anything? I've taken the heatsink off to have a look to see which processor it actually is, and it is a Pentium 4 2.8 GHz, so they aren't worth anything. Always do this in case it detects wrong, and it was actually a 3.4, which are worth rather a lot. Okay. So, is this worth more than the €20 I paid? Well, mainly that depends on the motherboard, which I'm pretty sure is worth about £40 anyway. And that sound card, I mean, it's not a creative one, but I have seen others. Other brands that are worth quite a bit of money. P4S800-MX. Okay. Well, those are asking prices, 50, 60. Has anybody bought any of these? Well, that's got more slots in. It's not the same as the one I have. That one is the same. They're asking 30. It went for less than that. That one did sell, and that is the same one I have. Sold for 46. Another one sold for 38. Another one sold for 63. So, I think my guess about 40 is about right. 40 to 50, about, yeah, there's another one there. Let's say 40 to 50, okay? And the sound card, well, we're in the sold listing, so let's stay in here. SC3000, I think it is. See, is it that? No. Okay, so let's go the whole thing. Trust. SC5250. Okay. Nobody sold any. Just take trust off, just stick with that. Nope, still none coming up in the sold listings. Let's just go back into normal listings. Okay. None for sale. Oh. Well, that's a different one. No, that is the same. It has that number on. So if it's the same as that one, somebody's asking £24 for it, and there aren't many of these things around. It certainly looks the same as that one. The SC5250. Okay, so if we assume this is the same as the other one, and it's probably working, it's very rare I find SAM cards that don't work, then we can say that's worth 20 or something. So we have 60 to 70 pounds worth, which is 80 or something like that in euros. So yeah, I think that one was worth buying. Okay, let's see what else we have. And here we have another one. So this is the condition this came in. Yeah, like this. Has a beige DVD-ROM, beige CD writer. Okay, all beige. Presumably had a beige front, but the front is missing. The side panels are on. This is heavy. There's a lot of weight. That is unusually heavy. Considering this doesn't even have a graphics card in, I'm surprised at the weight of that. So, 2 USB, onboard VGA, onboard sound, onboard game port. So, there will be some age to this one, for sure. I can't imagine what's in this that's so heavy unless it's just the case. It's built like a tank, basically. We have to guess, don't we? We have to guess. It's a bit rusty as well. And these funny little panel things in here. Yeah. Pentium 2. Okay, let's go. Does this tell us anything plan or pattern? It says it's got a phone number. Last promise to Gran Canaria. Doesn't have a date code on it, okay? Yeah, no date on it, so Pentium 2, let's see. Let's see indeed. I'm gonna change my mind. It has a DVD-ROM in. Pentium 4. I haven't taken the lid off, so that's not cheating. That's not cheating, guys. Things can get added later, of course, so there's never any way to know if what's in here was what was originally in when it was built. It has these funny little plastic things on here with extra screws. Okay, like little plastic feet or something. You get a bit of extra guessing time on this one, guys, okay? Let's see what we have. Okay, all your bets in? All the bets in, yeah? Let's make a bit of noise. Yeah, well, well, need to get into it, okay? I think it's just very tight. The case is broken anyway, so not a big issue. Okay. Can't see the paper holding it on. These things clip off or something. No. No, it's coming loose. It's coming, guys. Not sure what's holding it in place, but it's coming. Yes, it is these things. Oh, wow. You don't take the top off, that's riveted on. Okay, that's riveted. Yeah, plastic things come off. Ah, those plastic things were holding it on. Right. P4. Gigabyte motherboard. Gigabyte P4 Titan 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. 667. I did well to change my mind, didn't I? Hard drive in it. So this case must just be very heavy. Let's take all the stuff out. Case is broken anyway. And let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have the motherboard. P4 Titan 667 gigabyte. We have a model number, yeah, down there. Okay, 8GEM 667K, revision 1. One strip of RAM. Looks similar to that Asus motherboard we just had. Same number of slots, form factor. I'm assuming the other one has a faster front side buzz than this one. Okay. Which means this wouldn't have one of the fastest processors if that is the case. All the capacitors look very nice on this one. Seems to be in very good condition actually. Let's see. Do we have any short circuits on this? Well, one side's ground anyway. Yep, climbing up nicely. So there's no shorts on the VRM. I don't see any corrosion on this one. Looks nice in actual fact. Let's look at these slots since we had so much trouble with the last one. No, they look really nice and clean. Hopefully this one will work. Okay. We have 80 gig hard drive. Modem card, I threw it in the bin because it's just a modem card. I took this off the case. It's just a fan. But I noticed it has this like sleeving on here, and this looks like that heat resistant sleeving. Like the braided heat resistant sleeving. I think that's what it is. Why that is on a fan in a PC, I have no idea. But what I do know is it's useful stuff sometimes in repair work. Okay, so I'm definitely keeping hold of that. It's more useful than the fan, to be honest. Okay, let's try and power this one up and let's see if it works. As there's no graphics card or sound card or anything else, the chances of making any money from this one is purely down to this motherboard. Let's see. Power on. Does it start? It does start, but it doesn't boot. Okay. Unless nothing. Take the RAM out. Nothing. Nothing. Oh dear. So this one has a shorted, I would say, south bridge. I think you can see it anyway, even with it switched off actually. This thing here. This thing, okay. So that's the south bridge. I'll put the power on, I won't start it. Look, there. That's in standby. Glowing. That is getting hotter and hotter now, over 40. Southbridge should not get like that when it's just in standby. Leave it a while, it will increase in temperature. If we try and start it, look, 60, 65, yeah. So this one ain't going to get fixed. Look at that, yeah. It's over 70 degrees now. So I'm surprised it even started actually, but it obviously does. North Bridge. Your battery, I think that's fairly cold. Yeah, just this one. Don't see anything else really. 45, not stupidly hot, that's the clock gen, okay. Yeah, so we know enough, guys, we know enough about that one, okay. Well, unfortunately, that is just a loss. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing can really do with that, to be quite honest. Apart from salvage some MOSFETs, I guess. The BIOS chip. Oh, what's the CPU? Let's have a look. But I think I'll look out with this one. Yeah, 2.4 gigahertz. So definitely this one is a total loss, to be honest. It happens, you know, it happens. We've had a good run again, so not too worried. Maybe useful for soldering practice or something. I might find some use for that on the channel. You never know with me, okay? Well, that's it then. So 1 out of 2, and it didn't make a great deal of money. Cost me €40 for the 2 machines. It maybe is worth 60 for what I took off the other one, so no great advantage, yeah. But next week, hey, who knows what we might find. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon on Learn Electronics Repair. Ciao for now, guys.